Hey, how you doing? I'm Chris. I'm here with Steve Anthony, producer on Need for Speed Carbon, the latest game in the long-lasting Need for Speed franchise. Last year we saw Most Wanted. What is new this year in Carbon?
Yeah, so Carbon basically is all about a battle for control of the city. So it's basically what you're going to do is you're going to go in, you're going to pick your affiliation along car class lines, so basically a muscle, a tuner, and exotic, and you're basically going to try and race for control of the city against other crews which are trying to control the city.
So the big new thing in the game this year is the Canyon Duels. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're pretty excited. We think it's going to be essentially as good and as innovative and as unique a gameplay experience as what Drift and Drag were to the Underground series. Essentially, it's you and an opponent going head-to-head on a windy mountain road. Essentially, the opponent car will start off. He's going to do the first lead stage with you behind him trying to rack up points. The second stage, you're basically trying to defend your score against him. And the scoring's all based on proximity. So the lead car is basically trying to pull away, and the follow car is basically trying to stay as close as he can. And there's a couple cool new things this year within it. In it, there's a sudden win and a sudden death condition, so similar to what we had in Drag. Essentially, you can go over the edge of the canyon, and if you pass him, it's a sudden victory condition if you can stay ahead of him for more than 10 seconds.
So one big thing that's changed this year in the circuit races is you have a crew now, and so when you're driving, you can tell your crew members to do stuff, and you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so what we've done is essentially as you start off your career, you're going to pick your car class, as I talked about, and you're going to pick your crew members throughout your career. So basically they have both an in-race and an out-of-race attribute. So in-race attributes, essentially there's three different ones. There's a scout who's looking for shortcuts or speed lines. There's a drafter who's going to let you gain speed and then slingshot around opponents. And there's a blocker who allows you to basically block your opponents and in front and behind. And then your out-of-race attributes are more tied around what's kind of the core tenets of the franchise. So visual customization, you have a fabricator, you have a mechanic for performance customization, and then you have what we're calling the fixer, who kind of helps you out with the cop situation.
Mm-hmm. And so you can basically target cars that are near you in the race and have them just
what you'll do is, depending on which attribute the wingman has, he can basically target cars within a race and help you out in a variety of ways. And the way to think about it is really kind of along the lines of a NOS or a speed breaker. So it's really strategic. It's not going to be available all the time, but it's going to be kind of something that the player essentially has to make the choice of when and where they can use it to their advantage.
So drift racing is back this year from Underground 2. Can you tell us about what's going on in Carbon with drifting?
Yeah, we basically rebuilt the physics system. We've got a whole new scoring mechanic that we've worked on. We've really tried to bring speed to life within it, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's super addictive. It's a lot of fun with the track design we've got going, and we hope people will like it.
Well, that about covers Carbon for now, I think. So why don't you tell us when the game is coming out and what platforms we expect to see it on?
Yeah, we're coming out in the fall this year, and we're going to be on every platform that's out there. There's a whole lot to name, so I'm not going to go through every single one right here, but we'll be on pretty much all of them.
Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oh,